been broke in a minute. Hey, I ain't been broke in a minute. Damn.
Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Dominique LaRue, and this is my very first YouTube video that I've been trying to make for the past like 10 years.
Damn!
That's how long I've been trying to get on YouTube, and I just finally decided to jump on and jump head first. So primarily what my channel is going to be about, beauty, business, and maybe a little bit of bullshit. Can you curse on YouTube? Dang, I messed up already. But anyways, that's what my channel is going to be about. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. A little bit about me. I am 32 years old, even though I look very young. I'm a mother and I am a business owner. I currently own a clothing boutique called Rainier Boutique. You can also find that online at rainnoir.com. That's REIGNNOIRE.com. I have an actual brick and mortar store here where I live at in Petersburg, Virginia. So if you're ever in town, you can also stop at my store and, get you some cute looks. So the reason why I wanted to get on YouTube is because of starting a business. So when I was starting my business, I looked for a lot of information on YouTube. YouTube was my primary source for all the information I needed on how to start, what I needed to do. And it was just a lot of information spread all around, and everybody wouldn't give me I would have to go to a lot of different channels to get an answer, or you know what I'm saying? But so I decided to make a channel to let you know all the shit that you need. I need to start cursing. All the stuff that you need to know when starting a business. Because it's not as hard as people make it out to be. It's as easy as you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Having and starting a business has its up and downs. It's a couple bumps in the road, but it's nothing you can't, get over. So with that being said, that's what today's video is about, is how to start a business, or what you need to know when starting a business. So the first thing you need to do when wanting to start a business is you got to come up with a concept, a niche. What is it that you want to do? How do you want to brand it? How do you want to get it out there? So I sell women's clothes. It's very common. It's one of the biggest industries in the world, women's fashion. So I had to set myself apart in the area that I lived at, how I wanted to do it. So I chose women's clothing. I chose to come up with sell the things that I myself would wear. Not just what the people wanted, but I myself would wear. So that is the niche. It's easy. If you want to sell eyelashes, that's what you can do. If you want to do nails, that's what you do. Hair, that's just what it is. That's your niche. That's what you're going to brand yourself as. So, and then you want to come up with a business name. You want to come up with a business name and write down your business names, because listen, so I've changed my name so many times. So Rain has always stuck because it's my daughter's name. My daughter's name is Rain, so I always knew that I wanted to incorporate her and involve her on all the businesses that I have. So Rain is where it came from. But with that being said, Rain, as not knowing it was very popular, a lot of people have that name for a couple different businesses. So when picking a name, you want to first write it down so you won't forget. And then check to make sure there's not a lot of companies with that same name. And I'll get into that more later. So then the next thing you want to do is find a location. Where do you want your business at? So it can be a brick and mortar, like if you have a studio, say you do hair and you have a studio or a booth somewhere, or if you're going to do it at your house, or if you're going to primarily be online, you need to figure out how you're going to start your business, where you're going to start it at, right? A lot of people get in the business and they just go with the flow. When I first started selling clothes, I started selling clothes out of my house. Not gonna lie. Got a pack, started selling at my house, and that was it. There was no real legitimacy to my business. It was just word of mouth on Facebook, social media, all those things. So if you're gonna start a business, you want to make sure you start it right from the time you start. And by that, I mean you want to apply for all the documentation that you need to be a business owner. Because, when we're young, we always say, I'm a boss bitch. I'm my own boss. But really, you can't be a boss unless it's on paper. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? We can be all the things you want, but once you put it on paper, that is when, in fact, you know you're a boss. So you want to apply for your proper documentation. That is your LLC, your EIN number, your resale certification, depending on if your state needs you to have it. My state requires you to have a seller certification. In order, that's just, you know, if you want to resell clothes, like I get clothes from vendors and I resell them, so you need a certification for that. Your LLC. Your LLC is basically just a paper legitimizing you as a real company. LLC stands for Limited Liability Company, and that will be you and your partner, or you by yourself, whoever is involved. And you can get that done through your state, or you can hire different companies. So I hired zenbusiness.com. They did all that for me because I'm not the type of person to go and I'm not a paperwork kind of person. So I'd rather just pay somebody to do it for me. Then your EIN number. Your EIN number is nothing but it stands for Employer Identification Number. And that's just to have your business registered with the IRS, basically. Once you have that, you in the books, like you are like a business. Your seller certificate. You just want to look up your state first, see if they require it, because like I said, some states don't require you to have it, but Virginia requires you to have one. So you just go on your state's website, like virginia.gov or org, and then, you know, search through and just get that. Those 3 things will help you along with getting more value out of your business. And then I'll discuss that later in further videos. Next, you want to make a logo. You want to make a logo so you'll have something attached to your business. So like I said, you can say all day that you sell clothes and like you're on Facebook or you're on here, but if you don't have a logo and people can't recognize you from out the crowd, you know, it's going to be hard for you to get in clientele, hard for you to brand yourself, because the logo is real important. A logo can be made by you. I made my logo on Canva. That's canva.com. It's other things on apps that you can use to make it. That's just what I chose to do. You can get somebody on Etsy to make you one. But a logo is very important because it also, it's something as simple as that, also legitimizes you as a real business. Okay. The next thing is you want to create a website. Now, even if you don't want to sell your products or anything on the website, you would still need to create a website because it gives you online presence. Excuse me. Online presence is important because it allows people to do what it's supposed to do, search for you, you know? And not only that, it really sets apart from your personal life and your business. So I know for me, when I first started selling clothes out of my house, people were contacting me through Messenger and Instagram and asking me, like, you know, send me pictures, what sizes, all this, until I create a website where people can just go online and look for themselves. Now, you don't have to have a website with products. You can have a LinkedIn account, just telling people what you do, or the type of business that you have and you're into. If you do hair, you want to get a booking site. That is a website. You want to get to a booking site because, again, online presence is important to solidify your business and also get more out of your business in the long run. Okay. And the next thing, the last thing that you want to, well, not even the last, this should have been the first thing. The first thing you want to research whatever it is that you choose to do, you need to research about it. Research anything from how much you would have to put into it, how much certain your inventory would be, how much it will cost for packaging, how much it will cost for anything you would need for that business. You want to do research because you don't want to jump in head first into something, and that's with anything in life, without doing proper research, because you'll drown real quick. Okay, believe me, I done it. You will drown really, really quick if you do not do your research, right? As far as inventory, I personally feel like until you've done the things that I've mentioned earlier, and they don't necessarily have to be in that order, but try to do it in that order, you don't need to be thinking about inventory. People feel like, oh, I'm just going to get this pack of clothes, or I'm going to just get these lashes, and then boom, I'm out there. But you have to think, everybody in the world is doing what you're doing. About, I'm going to say, 20% of other people in your city are doing the same thing that you're doing. So again, these things will help you set yourself apart from other people. Because yeah, you can go get a pack of lashes, you can get a pack of clothes and start selling them. But if somebody else is already doing it and have a better way of doing it, then most of the time they're going to outsell you. You know what I mean? That's like, boom, say for instance, I sell clothes, right? If me and Quan sell clothes, she got a website. You can go on there and see what she has on hand. You can go on there and see the size, the color, everything, how I look. And I just word them up. Yeah, I got a color. I got a black jumpsuit for you, girl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But 9 times out of 10, they're going to go with her because they already know what it looks like. They know what size she has. They know how much it is already. You know what I mean? So just things like that helps you really legitimize your business. And that's what you want. You want to start your business, become a business person, woman, man, whatever. You want to, when you give yourself that title as a business person, an entrepreneur, you want to make sure you're doing everything you can to get the most out of it. And when I say get the most out of your business, people think that getting a business just stops at, okay, well, I sell these certain things and that's just it. No, you want to make your business make you money so you can get into another business. Make your business make money to where you can actually get bigger things out of life, i.e. a house or a car, your mama a house, your mama a car, your grandma, you know, so forth and so forth. You know, so you want to make sure you do these things so you can really be bringing in money. Because at the end of the day, everything you do is for the well-being of you, and whether you have children or just, you know, you and your significant others or the people that you love. So you want to make sure when you do it good, and you in it to win it, basically. You know, so those are a few things that and that's just a few, but that's just like the starting lineup. Those are the starting things that you want to do. And again, when I started selling clothes, when I started my business, I didn't have none of this. So I was basically just in the dark, going blind, thinking I knew stuff, then I didn't, you know. And unfortunately, I failed. When I first started selling clothes, this was a year ago, I failed. I think the first pack I got, I didn't even know. In my mind, I felt like I was making money. And in fact, I wasn't. I was losing money, you know. So it took me to really sit still, research, because again, it's important to research and to really dig into my business and see what I needed to do to where it's profitable for me, you know, and so my business can be here in the long run. Because most businesses fail because they don't do research. You know what I mean? They get in, you know, they think they doing something, they think they getting money, and then poof, it's gone. That's like you ever go to a restaurant and it's like so good, and like 2 months later it's closed. Or you ever, you know, somebody was selling something and you was like, oh yeah, they got some, and then boom, they don't sell it no more, you know? So you want to make sure you don't put yourself in that kind of situation, right? And I'm just here to drop a little bit of information for you because again, YouTube is the new Google. It's my Google. I don't know about y'all, but YouTube is definitely my Google. Anytime I need to know something or research, I don't care if it's for a wig or makeup or anything, I go to YouTube. You know, so I just want to get my presence on here to let y'all know a little bit of the things that I did to where, because after I did my research, I can stand here and say that my business is really successful and it's leading me to open up more and more businesses. So that's all my channel is about. So if you like what you heard, if you want to hear more, if you want the tea, the ins and the outs of becoming your own boss, like, subscribe, keep up with me. Now, I'm going to tell you this. It took me a long time to get here on YouTube, but I want to be here to stay. So I'm definitely going to try to put content out here for you. But you know, life is life. Life throws stuff at you and you might think you're finna do something one day and then you wake up and boom, you doing a whole nother routine. But I appreciate those who have tuned in this far. If you want to know any information, that's what the comment section is for. I'm going to answer. My phone is always in my hand. Know that. So I'm going to answer. So, yeah. Before I forget, because I did shout it out, let's get into this. So this is a wig that I have on my head, y'all. So I picked this up yesterday, and I just have to tell everybody. So I got this yesterday. I seen it on the mannequin. I got this yesterday, and this is a lace braided wig. It does not even look like, it looks like box braids, but this actually is a wig. I have it up into space buns. But I wanted to shout this wig out because it is becoming fall. And if you're like me in the fall, I like braids, I like blowouts, long hair. You know, it's just a perfect fall wig. And the wig is from Sensational, and it's a Cloud9 Swiss lace wig. It's a box braided 50 inches. Like, this is it right here. And when I say 50, baby, it's down there. I'm short, so I'm 5 foot even, and this thing is like down to the back of my knees. You can't see, but it's like down to the back of my knees. But honey, if you like me and you don't want to get your hair braided, you can't sit in that chair, go get this wig. Okay? And that's it. And I hope y'all have a good day and tune in later for more.